The Nintendo Switch 2 is stirring up the gaming world with fresh updates, and Technology Review is here to break it all down. If you were part of the mad rush trying to secure a pre-order for Nintendo's next big thing, you know it was chaos. For those still searching, we have some previous videos filled with tips and strategies to help you land a console as soon as restocks appear. But today's real focus is everything new happening around the Switch 2, including a massive clarification about the future of physical games, controller availability, and upgrades for existing titles. One of the big scares that hit the community recently was the fear that physical third-party games were going digital only through a system using key cards instead of actual cartridges. Headlines circulated that every third-party title in Japan was opting for this download code method. It sparked real concerns about game preservation and ownership, making many collectors wonder if buying physical copies was even worth it anymore. Thankfully, the situation isn't as grim as it initially appeared. After careful updates and a closer look at US pre-order links, it turns out that many titles will still have true game cartridges here. Japan might see more of the key card model, but in the West, the classic cartridge is sticking around for many important releases. This is a huge relief for collectors who value owning a tangible version of their games without needing to rely on servers for downloads years down the line. The digital key card idea isn't totally off the table, though. It looks like some third-party publishers will still lean heavily toward it, especially if a rumored limitation on available cartridge sizes is true. Supposedly, only 8 GB and 64 GB card options are available at launch, making production costs a major decision factor for publishers. Some companies might prefer the cheaper key card route, but it's good to know that many others are still committing to traditional physical game production. If you are planning to collect Switch 2 titles, the early signs suggest you should be vigilant. If a physical game only contains a key to download the full content, the longevity of your purchase is questionable. Servers go offline, download privileges expire, and once that happens, your game could vanish forever. This is a problem that's already haunted the PlayStation 5 era, where physical discs sometimes contain only partial installs, forcing players to depend on online downloads to complete their games. Despite the shift, not all is lost for physical enthusiasts. Some titles, like Cyberpunk 2077, are confirming full game cartridges on 64 GB cards. That's exactly the kind of commitment serious collectors want to see, offering long-term access to games without online dependencies. Technology Review plans to spotlight every physical Switch 2 release that follows this superior model, helping you build a collection that's truly yours to keep. While the discussion about physical media continues, another hot topic is the Nintendo Switch 2's GameCube controller. Nintendo recently announced that a special Switch online exclusive GameCube-style controller would be available for pre-order. Early rumors suggested it might be limited to those who bought their consoles directly through My Nintendo Store, creating panic among fans hoping to grab one at launch. Fortunately, the situation has clarified a bit. Initially, early access from May 8th to May 12th will indeed be restricted to people who purchased through Nintendo's official store. However, starting May 13th, all paid Nintendo Switch Online subscribers will have a chance to pre-order, regardless of where they bought their console. It's important to act fast, though. NSO controllers historically sell out within minutes, and stock replenishments are rare and unpredictable. If you want the GameCube controller at launch, make sure your subscription is active, set notifications, and be ready to click quickly. For those who miss out, secondary markets often inflate prices dramatically, so being prepared now could save you a lot of money and frustration later. Switching gears back to game upgrades, Nintendo has started detailing how older Switch titles will transition to the Switch 2. Some existing games will receive enhanced versions for the new hardware, but these upgrades won't always be free. Players might face upgrade charges, although in many cases the new versions will come bundled with additional DLC or performance improvements. Not every game upgrade will be seamless. Games like Sonic X Shadow Generations present tricky scenarios where even owners of the original might not be eligible for a simple upgrade. This inconsistency means buyers should be extra cautious and research whether a Switch 2 version of a favorite game requires a full repurchase or an upgrade fee. Transparency on this matter is critical, and Technology Review will continue tracking these developments to keep you informed. In more hardware news, Nintendo is introducing a new handheld camera accessory designed to work seamlessly with the Switch 2 in portable mode. The company aims to enhance mobile gaming experiences even further, acknowledging the hybrid appeal that made the original Switch so successful. Details about the accessory's features, such as resolution and special functionality, are still under wraps, but it adds another dimension to the Switch 2's growing feature set. As for third-party game announcements, Madden NFL 26 has been confirmed for the Switch 2, and it's bringing a few innovations that weren't possible on the original Switch. Similarly, Sonic X Shadow Generations will be a launch title, although owners of the original game should pay close attention to upgrade paths, as noted earlier. Meanwhile, the unfortunate trend of digital codes being included in physical boxes persists. Split Fiction, a high-profile title, has confirmed in France that its physical release will be nothing more than an empty box containing a download code. This is the worst case for collectors, offering none of the benefits that physical media is supposed to guarantee. There's hope that this won't be a widespread issue, but it's a reminder that checking box contents before purchasing is becoming a necessary habit. In conclusion, while there was a wave of panic about the Nintendo Switch 2's physical game support, the real situation is much more balanced. Yes, digital distribution is growing, and some third-party developers will take the cheaper path. But collectors still have many traditional physical cartridge options to look forward to. With some careful shopping and smart decisions, building a strong and lasting Switch 2 library will still be possible. The GameCube controller situation requires speed and preparation, and game upgrades might hit your wallet depending on the title. New accessories are adding fresh options for handheld gamers, and third-party support for Switch 2 appears stronger than ever despite a few bumps along the road. Technology Review will keep following all these topics as they evolve. Stay tuned for updates, collector tips, and detailed breakdowns as we continue through the exciting launch period of the Nintendo Switch 2. Make sure you are subscribed, have notifications turned on, and join us for the ride into the next big era of gaming.